Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a good one. So let's dig into the news that I covered during the Crypto Minute. Hester Peirce, the mom of crypto, and Mark T. Uyeda. I hope I'm not mispronouncing this commissioner's name improperly, and I apologize if I am. They have both sounded their public dissent against the SEC going after impact theory for the sale of what the SEC says are unregistered securities. Now, those unregistered securities are NFTs. Now I have to dig into the case, but they were selling NFTs, and they were, some of them were called founders NFTs, and if you had a certain NFT, it gave you certain rights and things like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, that's tough. Like that's I don't know that that's a security. I really don't know that that's a security. So I need to dig into that, and I can understand why Hester Peirce and Mr. Uyeda are definitely against this. And they're more than just a little bit vocal. Okay, they're more than just a little bit vocal. So I think the reverberating effects on this particular case could actually be even more impactful than the case against Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse and the other guy. I always forget his name, and I apologize. But that's huge. That's really huge. So that's something I'm definitely going to be paying attention to, because what you're doing is you're saying, don't be a creator because. So yeah, that one I'm going to pay attention to, because you're talking about wiping away a whole market space. And I mean, just think about it. Who are NFT creators? How are NFTs being used? Where are they being used? Where can you buy and sell them? Look at that ecosystem and think about the impact that it can have. That's what I'm talking about. Now, something else that I'm paying attention to is everybody's talking about this new side chain, right? I'm not even going to bother to say the name because I give it zero, looks. None. Side chain to XRP. Are you serious? Nah. Sorry, not interested. Burn my XRP to be involved in the side chain? Nah, I don't think so. But you know what I do pay attention to? I pay attention to Ripple achieving licensing or licenses in 31 states as a money transmitter. Yeah, 31 of the 50 United States have licensed Ripple as a money transmitter. Let that wash over you for a minute. Then you take that and you look at, well, who are they thinking about getting in bed with, or who is thinking about getting in bed with them? Western Union. I have friends of mine that send money back home. You want to know how they do it? Western Union and MoneyGram. Yeah. Depending on where they are, right? My friend's family is in Jamaica. She uses Western Union. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, wow. Wow, wow. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal. So remember, I was sounding stupid yesterday. I was like, I don't know how they stay in business. They stay in business. One of my friends was reaching out to me on the Tube of You and said, yeah, this is how they're staying in business. Most of the world, not most of the world, but a lot of places are not up on crypto. If they were, they'd realize they'd be saving an immense amount of money if they use crypto to transfer those assets versus using Western Union or MoneyGram. And you have to also remember that Western Union and MoneyGram are trusted and have set locations around the world. And here's Ripple as a money transmitter. Okay, now. Something else that I'm paying attention to is the amount of influence that is being amassed by BlackRock in the Web3 space, or the cryptoverse. I'm not saying I'm against it, and I'm not saying I'm for it. I'm just saying the fact. They have invested in 4 of the 5 top crypto or Bitcoin miners in the world. You want me to read them off to you? Okay. Let's see. There's Riot, Marathon. Riot Platforms, Marathon Digital, Cypher Mining, and TerraWolf. Those are 4 of the top 5 in terms of market cap. If you look at the whole picture that BlackRock is painting for you, they're not doing anything under the covers. Well, in this case. If you just paid attention to what they're doing publicly, they are telling you crypto is here to stay. They are into mining. They are into centralized platforms. They are into DeFi. They are into so many facets of the cryptoverse that you cannot, should not ignore it. So yeah, when I look at crypto being where it is right now, or Bitcoin being where it is right now, low, nowhere near its all-time highs, I've got no problem with that. I know it's not going anywhere. The only thing I see right now is DCA opportunities. That's it. Something that I also wanted to touch on is Polygon. Polygon is about to make serious moves. A while ago, last month, earlier this month, I told you about how Polygon is introducing a proposal for 2.0, and they're going to introduce Pole, a new coin on the network. On the network. Now, with that comes the ability to, if they do it, comes the ability to stake across change. Now, that in and of itself is not a big deal because you could do that in other places. The difference is you wouldn't have to have the added risk of restaking. There are other technological advancements that Polygon is going to introduce in 2.0. One of the other main things that I'm pointing out to or paying attention to is the whole layer 2 ecosystem powered by ZK. Right there. What they're saying is, yep, we see all the other players growing their L2s and everything else, but we are about to step up the game in such a way that it will almost cause a meteoric rise in the number of dApps that are on the network. That multi-chain thing, lowered risk thing, that's going to be big, and I don't care what anybody says. Now, something else that I'm paying attention to is people were wondering why PayPal, including myself, this is why I did the research. People are wondering why PayPal wanted to get into the stablecoin space. Analysis by Bloomberg says that the stablecoin industry is quickly approaching, and I mean like a hair away, quickly approaching $6.8 trillion in transactions. That kind of dwarfs PayPal. Whether you like them or not, PayPal has a name. They enjoy a certain level of trust. And they're hoping to turn that trust in the company into trust in their stablecoin. And that is a big deal. As a matter of fact, you know what I want to do? You know what we should do? Just because I'm getting started early, we should start paying attention to the numbers. And I want to do something. I want to look up PUSD, which is PayPal's stablecoin, and let's see what kind of information pops up. I'm looking for one specific thing. Let's see. No, I don't think this is the right one. Yeah, that's not the right one. I don't think that's the right one either. I want to find PayPal's. I thought it was PUSD. And obviously I'm wrong. PayPal. Oh. Sorry for taking so long, but I really want to know what this is. PYUSD is why I was making the mistake. There you go. So PYUSD. And let's see. Yeah, it's only at fully diluted market cap is only at 43 million. I expect that to grow, which means that, they're not ranked like at all right now. They're ranked 369 out of all the coins that are out there. So they had a significant rise up, and look at that drop. So, it's not easy pegging things, right? So that's something we should be paying attention to as well. Let's go back to the homepage so I can see the numbers going across. Now, a friend of mine, Elliot, he's like a brother to me. We were having a conversation last night over text, and we were talking about what the numbers say to you and what they say to you when you look at the whole thing versus, pieces of information. So we were talking about just looking at what the year to date says versus what, let's say, the 730 90 day story would be, right? This would be a trend, and the year to date is another trend. And that's what we're trying to figure out. So what would be the analysis if you saw numbers like this? So we've been playing around with what that would look like and what that would be. And who knows, maybe we'll use that, as a bot to deliver people news about, how to read the numbers and things like that. We'll see how that works out. I am looking at the fear ingredient index because right now we are deeply in fear at 39. That's not a small thing. I will pay attention to something else. The total value locked is at 48. So we're creeping back. If you look, it's 48.88. That means we're creeping back up to 50, or we could be creeping back up to 50. And I think that is going to grow. If you look at Bitcoin, you can see that we are still well below my low green band, which is at 26,475. We're at 25,977. But if you look right here, we've just been looking at this space, just moving sideways. I am expecting a bump up. You see how we were moving sideways over here, and then we got a nice little bump up, and we slowly crept back down and then just took that dive. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see moves like that, but I want to see it as steps in an upward position. I'm paying attention to what OND or October, November, December give us. I think that could actually be something, wind up being something. Like I said, you can look at these opportunities. XRP is up, Matic is up, but nothing is up in a significant fashion. Like you see green, but nothing is up in a significant fashion except for XDC. You should be paying attention to that. XDC is not to be written off. There's money to be made with XDC. And go look at what they're doing and how they're doing it. That's why I say pay attention to it. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, drop me a note. If you don't, tell me why. I would like to improve my game. Do you not like my shirt? Am I too fat? But whatever, I don't care. I'm fat. It is what it is. But I'm 6'3", so but pay attention. Tell me things that can improve what I'm delivering to you, what me and the kids are researching, things like that. Because we like doing what we do. Anyway, hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.